Many names come to mind when you think of the greatest scorers in the modern NBA. And after the legendary Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan, many of you might be thinking about Kevin Durant. The man has it all. Sadly, though, it's all ending. Is he finally one of those washed-up NBA players? Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be unearthing a scary truth about Kevin Durant, which will truly shock you. You must be wondering, what is this shocking truth about KD? Well, stick around to the end to find out. And now, without further ado, let us begin. Just looking at the title, you might be thinking that this video was all about hating on Kevin Durant and how he's not the player he used to be. But on the contrary, we respect the player. Sure, while we disagree that he's still a fantastic player, it doesn't stop us from appreciating one of the best players of the 21st century. Let us give him a little introduction before we do it. You know, rip him to shreds based on his recent performances. First of all, KD is a physical beast. When you're 7 feet tall, you tend to be slow and clumsy, but not KD. He possesses an unrivaled combination of skills that transcend the sport. His offensive skills, elegant ball handling, lightning quick movement, and effortless shooting touch allow him to score efficiently from anywhere on the court. And I mean that literally. He was almost always unguardable when he had the ball. But Durant's effect doesn't stop there. He's also a defensive force, guarding several spots and swatting away attempts with authority. No wonder he managed to win all those accolades and championships throughout his career, right? Well, true, he was a fantastic player. But let's face it, folks, he's had it reasonably easy. Before you start getting mad at me, I'm not saying he's a bad player. Not at all. But despite being so good, he never won his team anything himself. Like, let's take LeBron as an example. He also left his beloved Cavs for the Heat to form a super team to win titles. However, after he did that, he went back to the Cavs and won them a ring. That is what I call a legend. On the other hand, KD didn't even bat an eye at turning around to help the Thunder, who continued to falter after he left and are now a lower tier team in the NBA. You see my point? If not, don't worry. This is just the start of the video. We'll get into the fine details shortly. So first of all, we gotta talk about his stint with the Thunder. KD played for the Thunder from 2007, when they were still the Seattle Supersonics, up until 2016, when they were the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I would be making a drastic understatement if I said that he became one of the NBA's brightest stars during this period. He was so much more than that. For starters, he won Rookie of the Year. Then he formed a deadly duo alongside Russell Westbrook. The two terrorized the league together and came close to winning the championship. They were so good that they were only stopped in the finals by the legendary, record-breaking Warriors in 2016. The Thunder had a 3-1 series lead over the Warriors in the 2016 Western Conference Finals, but ultimately lost in 7 games. Following the defeat, Durant decided to join the Warriors, who were already a dominant team. So, what would you do if you were defeated by a fantastic team, knowing you were one of the best players in the league and wanted to win a championship? Well, KD did precisely what I'm sure many of you are thinking. He joined the team that defeated him, the Warriors. Many fans recall Durant's choice to join the Golden State Warriors in 2016 as the defining event of his time with the Thunder. The news of Durant's departure from OKC elicited conflicting reactions. Some fans and commentators chastised him for abandoning a team on the verge of winning an NBA championship, while some praised it as a savvy business move. While some viewed Durant's move as a choice to pursue an easier path to a championship, the guy went on to win 2 titles with the Warriors and was named NBA Finals MVP both times. But that's not the point, folks. He didn't have the heart or the desire to win it for the team that opened the doors towards superstardom for him. In my opinion, he should have stayed with the Thunder and continued to try to win them a title. They were so close. They could have done it in a few more seasons after recruiting decent players. After his stint with the Warriors, he was so done by the continuous winning that he decided to take the year off to heal his injuries and rest. This again underlines his lack of commitment to the game. I'm not saying he was lazy, because he does have what it takes to be a legendary player like Kobe, Jordan, or LeBron. He was right up there regarding talent, but in all other aspects, he needed to improve. And what did he do after his year of rest? He joined the Nets to form another super team with Kyrie Irving and James Harden. Can you imagine that? I don't even know what he was thinking. He's easily one of the best scorers of all time. He can play well without an elite team, but he just doesn't have that hustle mentality. Just look at Giannis and how he carried the Bucks to a championship. KD couldn't do that in a million years, nor would he want to. And what's even worse is he failed dramatically with the Nets. They failed to even reach the conference finals, let alone win a championship. And you must be wondering why that's so, considering they had such a star-studded roster? Well, there's many factors, including a lack of availability, chemistry concerns, and coaching issues. It all contributed to their demise. The Nets' three stars were rarely on the court at the same time. Due to injuries, Durant and Harden missed substantial time, and Irving missed half the 2021-22 season because he refused to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Even when everyone was healthy, there was friction and stress in the locker room. Irving and Harden had opposing visions for their team, and their competing personalities made coexisting challenging to say the least. So Durant's stint with the Brooklyn Nets was a waste of time, really. He was terrific, though, and scored in a lot of big games. But you can't carry a team just by being an efficient scorer. Then, guess what he did after a disappointing stint with the Nets? Yep, he yet again joined another team to form a super team. This was the Phoenix Suns, which had the likes of Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul. After joining, they were touted to win the championship, but, of course, fell short of expectations, falling to the eventual champions led by Nikola Jokic, the Denver Nuggets. The Suns' failure can be attributed to a variety of factors. For starters, Durant lost substantial time due to a knee injury, while other key players, such as Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, had ailments throughout the season. The Suns needed help finding consistency and rhythm as a result, and moreover, they had shuffled the squad a lot with the KD deal. These changes took time to implement, and the team just never really seemed to gel or come together ultimately. So the scary truth about Kevin Durant is that he is not the fantastic player that you think he is. Sure, he might be one of the best scorers of all time, the only player that I can call unguardable, but being an NBA player is so much more than that. It would be best if you had the work ethic, physicality, desire, and other aspects such as defense and hustle. Durant, honestly, needs help in those departments. He is scoring a lot, but his team is struggling. This, again, shows his lack of leadership skills and defensive abilities. And ultimately, I will repeat it, the NBA is not just about scoring. It's so much more. Just look at LeBron, Giannis, Jokic, and Curry, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.